very nicely at the end only. Okay, fine. Just a second. Where am I? Okay, spotlight for everyone. Okay, good, good, good. Yes, guys. So today is actually the last session for this first initially research and ideation what we're doing, right? So what happened is people are bringing out the research, people are taking the insights from the market, and people are having lot of ideas. And in the lot of ideas, we rated the ideas using the Pug matrix. We used critical thinking methodologies to validate our ideas, to see the both ends of it. So all these skills are so far seen. Okay, so today the last skill what we are going to see is validating your idea. What does mean by validation? How do you validate an idea? How do you know whether this idea has the potential or not? Okay, we evaluated the idea. That's in the day before yesterday we did it. Okay, we did a matrix, we did an evaluation. That is one part, that is okay. But how do we validate certain ideas? There are good methodologies to do it. There are rock solid methods, like let's say there is a book called Sprint. Okay, we know about this double diamond process: define, test, ideate, prototype. This is like very, very common across the industry. Even manufacturing industries are doing this. Okay, but there are many methods which you can validate the ideas using particular frameworks. Okay, so that's what we are going to see. But before that, what I would like to see is, guys, if anybody can share their project ideas, the list of ideas, whatever you have, it would be first better. Like let's say, um, Sharat, can you guys share your idea of your team? Ramraj, Sharat, and who else? Who else? Kanda, your team is. I mean, you have the ideas of your team. Will it be okay, Anju? Can you guys share fast? Because if I keep you with an example, it would be much better and easy to explain you guys. Okay. Can you guys share your idea? Okay. I'm just pasting this link in the group. Hold on. Okay. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, parallelly, can you just send me fast, guys? Go ahead, fast, fast, fast. Just give me some list of ideas from your Miro or whatever you have, your projects and everything. Okay. I think Sharath, you have this list of ideas, right? Can you just quickly share it fast to me? Go ahead. We don't have time. We need to complete it really fast. Okay, fine.
It's not allowing more than some characters, so I will limit that. Let's limit this.
Okay, you sent to me in WhatsApp. That's enough.
Okay, okay.
That is okay. Okay, fine. So let me share the screen so that we can understand first. Okay. So the day 84, what we are going to see is bridging your ideas into prototype. Like let's say validating a concept, getting ready for the prototype. Okay. So next week we will build the solutions completely. But this week we will know how, we will know which idea to build a particular solution as. Okay. Okay, you got the idea, you build the solution. That part also we have seen one day. I mean, in the last 7 8 days before we saw that particular skill set. Okay, but here this is little different. I'll tell you why the skill is very important, because many designers out there miss this part. I'll tell you what. See, uh, we have to understand what is the goal. First of all, for the solution, many people forget that they think it is very, very, what you call, out of the scope or something, or maybe they don't see the connection at all. Just because the idea is fancy, we take it as a best idea. I will tell you what, design concepts ensures the design concepts are practical, it is more usable and addressing the main user need. That is the most important thing. This is called user centric design. So many products and services, guys, like let's say when you take a product called Google Glass. How many of you know Google Glass? Google Glass is a good idea, but it is not practically viable, as well as cost, as well as there is a product called Microsoft HoloLens. How many of you know this? Microsoft HoloLens. There are many examples I can quote you. These products have not become success because it has been developed with the technology in mind. It has been developed with the cost or whatever in mind, but it is not user centric. This has a problem. Like let's say the big problem had with Meta is a privacy when they launched it. Actually, Okay, Facebook launched it several years before. Google Lens technology is not viable. Microsoft HoloLens, like let's say the cost is not viable, people can't afford it. So a product should meet the user goal, cost viable, technology friendly, as well as it is functional and usable. All the circles should be touched. Then and only it is meeting the whole validation concept. Are you guys understanding this point? In fact, to make this short very simple, I mean this class very simple, this is a one line. So, what? How to find out this, Jagdish? You're saying in words it is okay, but let's say if I have to draw a circle, okay, if I have to draw like this, let's say if I have to draw a circle like this, okay, I'm just creating one idea, okay. Like let's say here it's going to be cost. Many people want to know which is cost, right? Next is next is technology, right? And the next is business viability. That means feasibility, right? Whether it's manufacturable, whether it's codable. So we need to know whether it's okay or not, right? And the next comes usability. Everything is okay. Is the product usable? Usability. Okay. So these are all the methods what a user-centric design has been determined. If people are not able to adhere this, what happens? The product will not get success. Particularly when you follow this, it saves a lot of your time, resources by identifying the process flaws in the early stages itself. There is a there is a flight called Concorde. How many of you know this? Virgin Atlantic has launched in 1984. This flight is called Concorde. Concorde. How many of you know about this particular flight? Guys, tell me. Tell me fast. Did you guys know about this? Nobody's chatting. What happened? Still in the sleep? Sunday, Jagdish. Okay, no. Okay, fine. At least type no if you are not able to. Okay, fine. So I'll tell you what. Yes, yes. Okay, Chitra knows it. That's great. So what happened is that this particular flight has crashed in 1983 or 1984 uh, because of a very massive crash. Okay. In fact, that was the only technology which Virgin Atlantic has developed at that year. And it is surpassing beyond the Mach number 3 and 4. So right now, what we are having this flight when we are travel from domestic international, the flight runs at close to 1 Mach. That means 780 kilometers per hour. That's equivalent to 1 Mach. Okay, Mach speed they call. When it goes twice, like let's say 2 Mach, it is like 1,500 kilometers per hour. I don't think any commercial flight runs with that speed. If you take rocket, if you take the missiles and everything, that runs with 8 Mach or even 7 Mach or even 6 Mach and all. That means 750 or something into 2 or 3 or 4. Okay, so Mach number is 750 kilometers per hour. So what happened is today it takes like let's say from Europe to like let's say from India to travel to US, it takes I don't know like 30 hours, 30 hours or 34 hours. But when you have a Concorde, okay, which is a Virgin Atlantic flight, okay, the beak will be like this, that flight ka beak. It will look like a bird, okay. It will change its beak and the aerodynamic value changes. You can just travel it in 4 or 5 hours. It is 5 times or 4 times faster than the commercial aircraft. This is a major technology breakthrough. It's a major technology breakthrough. Okay. But what happened? Because of the testing not done properly, the usability testing not done properly, some accident happened and the entire flight crashed. The government banned that project. We cannot use it. Till now, also, people are not very comfortable to do it. Yeah, of course, Virgin Atlantic is working on something like an intergalactic planet transfer, and Elon Musk is also working on the mission to Mars. So people are developing the technology now, but they have to keep in mind it is not a problem of what you call there is a guy, no? What is that? Virgin Atlantic CEO. What's that guy? Can you recollect this guy's name? Very, very celebrity. What is this guy? Virgin Atlantic CEO. What's his name?
Richard Branson.
Richard Branson, exactly. Thank you. So Richard Branson, Elon Musk doesn't have any part of it. Okay, this is the major part of it. They are visionaries. They are entrepreneurs. They are idea creators. Technology people will do technology. Okay, business people will do business. Usability engineers and designers will do usability. But everybody has to work synchronously. That is why validating an idea is the most important part. Major product success comes with this kind of a clarity. That is why the skill is very important, and industries don't spend a lot of time in doing this. That is why I'm just particularly helping you out with this. And if you are not visualizing this particular step and taking action towards it, your company is not going to have a great product within you. Okay. So you be a designer to ensure this is happening. Okay. So we are going to see some frameworks, we are going to validate some ideas, we are going to see some real world case studies as well. Okay. So the first way to validate your ideas, see, I'm going to tell you 5 methods. Okay. It's a very, very simple method. First is paper prototyping. No. Pavitra, what is no? What no? Okay, maybe you're answering for the first question. Okay, first is paper prototyping. See, it is a very, very simple technique, guys. If you really wanted to know whether your idea is going to work, you wanted to validate it quickly, check it with a paper, give it to the user, understand whether it's okay or not. Show it to your management, show it to your team, show it to your client. You can get a very, very quick validation. See, for validating idea, you cannot take 1 year. Paper prototyping is a day's job. You can able to create a paper prototype and check it out whether the idea is working good or not. This is one way. Very, very simple way, okay? So, wait. Just a second, guys. Just a second, wait. I'm just folding it out nearby, okay? So that we can get the answer, okay? So what is paper prototyping? Using sketches or paper mockups to test layouts or flow with the users, right? Hey, that is why I'm asking you guys, please send it out your ideas. Sharath, have you sent it? Oh, you sent it. Okay, good. How many ideas you've sent, Sharath?
Yeah, you can take the first one, that's the common idea, and second one is the refined one, that the only one idea we are going to pitch. First one, we have almost all the ideas, what all the ideas we need to.
That's okay. First
Yeah.
one, we picked out the ideas based on Pug matrix, right? We put the
Yes,
tablet
yes,
column.
yes, exactly,
We
exactly.
got the best idea. Now we are going to validate this idea fast.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So now I'll take this particular concept as well. Okay, fine. So what is this particular concept what Sharath has given? Ayyo. Okay.
Related to food only, but in the food industry, allergen management software. But it's not going to be a software. We'll be doing it B2B only. But it
That's
will be
okay.
additional feature. Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Fine. So you're going to have a allergen management. What is that name you said?
Yes, allergen management.
Okay, it's like an app or website or chart or what is this?
It will be like app only.
App, okay.
Yeah.
So to validate the effectiveness of allergen management software with the food industry framework, we can draw on establishing practices related to allergen management, okay? Cleaning validation, compliance with the food safety. Here is a summary based on the insights, okay? Integration, the software must align to hazard analysis, critical identifying the thing, okay? Where is exactly the idea? Can effective allergen management begins with allergen mapping to identify where the allergens are present in the product environment. The software can facilitate the process by providing tools and documentation. Okay, great. This is fine. This is a solution. Am I right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, okay, fine. Let's you. What the F? Why does this come like this? Okay, fine. So this is enough, guys. I'm deleting everything. Okay. Okay. So this is one idea what I'm having in front of me. So I'm just creating one small kind of a software. How does it look like? Maybe you can just take a paper. You can cut like a UI, what we are trying to say, or maybe if you're having a device or something like this, you can paste the paper of that particular mockup and write the options, and then you can test it out with your user. This is called a very, very quick paper prototyping way of testing it. You can have something like a base option, like let's say, what I'll tell you is, like let's say if you want to build this particular UI like this, okay? So what you can do, you can just put management begins with allergen mapping to identify. Okay, so I can have two columns. Mapping means I can have two comparison columns. How do I map this particular parameter? Okay, where the allergens are present in the production environment. The software can facilitate this process by providing tools for documenting, visualizing location, which is crucial for risk management. Okay, fine. So validation result. I can have something like a UI, which is having the user ID profile, the battery and other status of this particular device. And this is the parameters in which the, what you call, the allergen mapping will be there. This is the first parameter. Okay. This is the second parameter. This is the third parameter. And this is the result. Okay. This is the result. Okay. This is the result. And this is the mapping what is there. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to understand, okay, how do I map this? Like, let's say if it's my user, taking this particular allergen test, how it is getting mapped. Like because of this allergy, you get this problem. Okay, I'm just creating a simple UI, and what I'm trying to do is I'm asking my user, hey, this is your final result. See, your final result is actually you're like gluten allergy. Okay, avoid avoid this food. Got it? Very simple. So, like this, you have a small paper mock-up or something like an idea. Quickly, you have to test it with your team. You have to ask, hey, is this okay or not? Maybe your team can say, hey, no, the UI elements are spaced very larger, but we have 5 to 6 parameters to show in our allergic test. Okay, so why don't you make the icons and pictures and text little small? Okay, the usability team will say, okay, when we put 5 or 6 items in one screen, it becomes very confusing for the user. How can we make it? Because law of three works everywhere. It's very simple to keep 1 or 2 or 3 elements max to max. Okay, so usability team will say, no, the 5 elements we can't keep, we can keep only 3, but we can give an option called more. Acha, we'll do it this way. Okay, we'll have an option called more here. Okay, when people wants to click more, they can click here. Okay, all the highlighting alerting parameters will get in the popped up like this, so that the user will be notified, this is my highlighting parameters. Okay, good, fine. So whether it's developable or not, we'll ask the development team, hey guys, which is developable or not? Yeah, it's possible, not a deal. Like let's say your graphics is very high, you can reduce that particular graphics, and you can reduce the gradients of the color, because we are going to use it in the public. If you use fancy screens and colors and gradients, the software will crash. We are going to use a very primitive screen. Okay, so reduce that colors, have only this RGB. So a development team will tell something, usability team will tell something, your management will tell, why are you making this entire app? Already our competitor has this. Finally your management will put a big bomb. Okay, whatever you did so far will become waste of time. Okay, so that's why you need to understand it's a very low paper prototyping stage. The reason being, it will save a lot of your iterations in the future. Instead of you building a very high quality, close to final solution, and then somebody says this is not going to be a great idea, then you will have to go back to the entire step. That is why validating the concept is very important. Okay, so even your management is accepting now. Okay, and then your everybody is accepting. Now comes the user. You will have to give this flow, and you have to ask the user, hey, can you just use it? Can you just put your allergic values here? Can you just put your testing here? Okay. Our software will automatically show a visualization where you're going to get the allergic test done. See, in the next screen, probably it will show a map. In this particular map, the allergy reaction will be visualized for you. And then what happened? This allergic explanations will come here. And after that, the relevant doctor which you have to see and the hospital contact will be put here. This is how our system really works. Okay, this is what is our particular solution what we have created is going to solve the problem. Okay, my user will test it out. So now give it to your user, ask him to rate it. Hey, did you understand your allergy? Did you get the clarity on what allergy is it having? Were you able to take decision? Is it okay? Do you need better? You tell me. User will give one feedback. Gathering all this feedback, then you validate the idea, then you go for it, because it is very easier and faster when you do a paper mock-up prototype to test it out. Guys, clear? In the last few minutes, whatever I explained, is it clear? Fine. Type yes in the chat box if you are okay with this. Type yes. Before we go to the next topic, I wanted you guys to just take one small paper. Okay, you take any project, whatever you guys have in your past, you take any project. I don't mind which project you take. Okay, you can take this allergy project, you can take your college project, you can take your school project also, I don't mind. But what you have to do is you'll have to create a small mock-up or a prototype in a sketch pen. Write it down, write a solution. Okay, at least build 2 to 3 screens, or maybe if it's a physical product, try to fold that paper and do it. Okay, maybe you can try to create a paper like this, and then you can create, like let's say Jagdish, I'm creating this kind of a bottle. Okay, like this is my product. Okay, so I'm just pasting out with a cello tape or something, and I'm writing, this is a product, please use it, this is going to solve your problem, this is how the product should be holded. Okay, if it's a physical product, your interaction will be very different. Digital product means you will have interactions, buttons and everything, right? So think about it, but I need to see some kind of mock-up in real world. Okay, not just a digital way of just showing it, some kind of a physical mock-up, because when people see it with their hands, the perception will be different. If you paste your particular UI and put it in a mobile like this, and they will operate it. Okay, this button seems a little bigger for me. Yeah, it's too much. No, but this button feels very smaller for me. If I try to press it, it gets adjacent clicked. So how do I manage this? How do I manage this? Okay, so I can space it more. Okay, what is the anthropometric dimension of the fingers? How much space I can give? The usability team will come and tell you. Okay, we'll have to space it accordingly. If you're particularly working in a very what you call a production-based environment, a manufacturing environment, let's say your user is going to use a particular tablet or something, they will be already wearing gloves, so their hands will be little bigger, so you need to give a very bigger UI size, right? Have you seen in production factories and everything, the UI what you will be building is very very different. The box size and everything will be very different because these people are already in a huge cognitive load in working in a factory. You cannot have a mobile like a UI for them. You need to have it big. You need to have it spaced properly. You need to give primary colors. You should not use any much gradients. So based on the environment, based on the client, you try to map one solution, use sketchpen, use paper, and try to show me fast. Fine. In the next few minutes, you guys are going to do a small mock-up, a small paper mock-up with your notepad and pen, and show it to me in your screen like this. Fine. Your time starts now. From that, I'll teach you the next concept. Clear? Okay. Good. 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 Super. Why? Yeah. What is this why? Urvi, what is why? What does mean by why? Akash, yes. Ramraj, yes. Chitra, yes. Okay, okay. No, oh, yes. Okay, okay. Cool, cool. Fine, fine. Do it, do it, do it. Try it out. You guys have a project already. Please take it that and then try to mock up it. Okay. Maybe if it's not a physical, if it's not a digital product, you can take any physical way to do it. Like you can bring one dappa or something to showcase this is a mock up of the product. Be creative. Use the things whatever you have around you. Okay. Yeah. Just give me a minute. Just send me one snap. That'll be better. Okay. No design studios really does it, guys. So learn it properly because you should be the one who should take this initiative in your organization to complete it. Okay. Very, very few design studios really take it up with this paper mock-up prototyping and test it or validate it properly before they give the idea to the client. Everybody's comfortable. Ramraj, were you able to do it? I think Sharath will be okay, right? Because Sharath has a solution. Urvi, were you able to take one project? Tell me, confirm me. You can unmute, no problem.
I'm trying to think about it.
Okay,
I have
any
a
problem you
few
can.
items around me, and I'm just trying to think what better I can do with these.
Yeah, better. Fine. Chitra, what about you? You have any projects? Pavitra, what about you? Okay. Take any project. If you are confused, I will give you one new also. No problem. Just ask me. Kanda, I hope you are okay. Meghna is already sorted. They have a project. Anju also has a project. Akshita, what about you? Akash, what about you? Okay. Very, very fast you need to do. Paper mock-up should be paper mock-up, okay? It should not be a very rough and very neat, well-defined solutions and all. Just wait, I'll also give you one example. Okay. Yeah. Can you send some snaps or something? Very, very quick. We're finalizing it today. Wow. It's okay. Yeah. Finalizing, you do it. Okay. Jayasti. But bring some solutions fast to me right now. Okay. Just one snap of how people are doing. Can you just show me? Fast, fast, fast. Hello. Okay, guys. Can you just show me what you got? Just send whatever you have till now did. It's okay. Fine. Somebody has shared me something. Who's this? Pavi. Okay, okay. Excellent, dear Pavitra. Perfect. This is what I'm expecting. Okay. But make it little mock-up way. The reason being, excellent Urvi. I can see a solution. Oh wow, this is amazing, yeah. Hey, you took some earlier project and now you did this. I could not understand. Okay. This is a direction practical following the calculation without abacus. Oh, that is interesting. That is really interesting. Good, good, good. Fine.
Oh, are you referring me? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm referring your picture only.
Okay.
You sent me now. Great,
Okay.
great, super.
I can
Okay.
explain, yes, afterwards. Yes.
Yeah, no issues. Completely fine. See, we just needed a little mock-up to explain what is this thing about. Okay. Okay, guys, listen to me now. Stop, stop, stop. Listen to me. So, can you just take a picture and send it to me fast in WhatsApp? What you did so far? It's okay. We can do it for like hours together. We can do it for 30, 40 minutes. But you should get the gist of what is happening. Okay. Listen to me. Fine. Like, let's say if you're having an idea in your mind, okay, listen to me. Just look at the screen now. Okay. If you're having an idea with you, if you wanted to quickly validate it, paper prototyping is the fastest way to do it. Okay. And the next way could be like creating some kind of a mock-ups, or maybe if you wanted to do it in a very, very faster way, you can do a method called, like, let's say a mock-up like this, and you can create a, a connection. Like, let's say if you're building a 3 screens example like this. Okay. You can have a sketch book like this, and then you can use some colors. Like, let's say if you're creating an option, just give me a minute. Okay, fine. So if you're having a concept like this, the first concept, so what is this? Allergy management, right? So allergy management, what a user will have. So all this validation research, everything is done. Okay. So you can have a profile P for this. Okay. You're having the input questions. What kind of allergic questions we have to ask? Input questions we can have. Okay. And how much questions we can have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And once the people gives the input questions, so there'll be a section which will be prompting to the next one. So you can have a call to action like this. So instead of just telling this as a call to action, I will give one small color for this. Very quick. Okay. I'll just color it. The reason being, so I'll just switch off this blur, guys. You guys can see it better. Okay. Can you see better now? Okay, you can just create an option so that what people will do, they will automatically know this is a call to action, or maybe it will prompt them to the next screen. So once they give more, what happens is it will ask some more questions. Like let's say your date of birth, you had a medical history, you have some previous allergy, you have some all this questions. Okay, if it feels very long, like let's say 4 or 5 or 6, then we'll have to concise it. You have to think, okay, with the few response, how can I get a better output? Like let's say if I'm asking a lot of questions, it becomes a problem, right? So you can just cut short. We'll have a 3, and with that itself we will ask our technical team, like let's say the food allergy team will be there with you, right? Hey, you tell me right now, you are asking me to write 10 questions to ask to the user. By the time 10 questions user answers this, they will lose the interest in using this particular app. Why don't you make it just 3? Can you give me the top 3 questions? What will be the determining factor to define the allergy? Then you have to sit and brainstorm. Okay, acha, we'll put this option. First of all, let's put this first option. Okay, the first option is the most vital. You have any previous allergy. The second one is this. Okay, the third one is this. You just name it. Okay, 1, 2, 3. The rest is not required. The rest you can put as a, like let's say, optional. Okay, this is a mandatory. You can put the star. So it won't allow the user to fill this before. I mean, once you fill this only, it will go to the next screen. Okay, you can keep. And the next action, you can create a very good hook saying, wanted to find the result. Like let's say you can find the result. You can use a different color, right? You can use the same call to action so that it becomes easy for the people to understand. Okay, see, look, and then now we are showing some kind of a graph which shows the final user profile. Oh, this is my result. Okay, you're allergic free, safe. Okay, you can have a color code to explain. Like let's say you can have a 3 color code. One is this yellow. Okay, you can have this yellow. Yellow means a little bit okay, getting alert. Okay, red means problem. You have to immediately go to the doctor, check it out. Okay, and where is green? 1 second, guys. Okay, so green means you are in the safe zone. See, using this particular method, my user will be able to clearly know that what is the allergic status he is being there. Okay, so now I took 5 minutes to do it, maybe 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, so what my team will do, okay, user will enter this data, then the user will find out the parameters here. So what my user will do is to get the result. Okay, so now what happens, you give it to the user and check it practically. How much time are they clicking for one screen to other screen to other screen? So let's say if this particular screen takes, like let's say I'll use another sticky. You can use all these materials, guys. I already asked you to get this 3M post-it sticky, get a Sharpie marker. Right now my entire kit is in the office. Okay, so you guys can get this. Only rough kit I have here. So what you can do is, this idea is actually called, you can name this idea. What is this idea? You can have something like a allergic tester. Okay, you can have this. You can have one more sheet. You can create another concept like this, because it takes only 5 minutes, right, to create one idea. You create multiple ideas like this and show your user which is better, show your management which is better. So they will tell, okay, this will take 2 minutes and 6 steps. This will take 5 minutes and 6 steps. This will take 7 minutes and 3 steps. Okay, fine. So totally the user spends 10 minutes to complete this 3 screens. Oh my God, 10 minutes is really high. People lose the interest. How do we make it very shorter? How do we make it very shorter? Okay, let's bring AI into this. Let's take another solution. So what we will do is, we will have only 2 screens. In these 2 screens, what happens is, automatically when you scan your picture, whatever the allergy test what you have, using a camera button, I'll just draw one camera button. Okay, rough camera button. Okay, so it will show like upload. Are you guys seeing this? Upload. Okay, I'm just giving a small call to action button here. You just upload. You just have to upload it. What happens? This particular tool, the software what you built with your backend team, is going to scan all the data from your medical report, and then it will automatically show the graph result. The same color code, whatever you're taking, you can just take a color print of this. You can copy paste here also. You don't have to draw again. Okay. If you're creating a paper mockup, you can use this color printout method. Like let's say same, I can have this yellow. I can have this, what you call, where is this red? This is red. Okay, it is giving green. And you can have one small word in the bottom saying AI solutions are 80% accurate. So previously, the idea one has got 15 steps or something. Now, this particular idea has just only one step. What is that step? Just uploading the picture. That's it. This is an AI idea. Now, you have two ideas with you. Okay. Like this, imagine if you have a 5 ideas with you. Okay. You're just now going and testing it with your users. You're just asking your customer care team, your marketing team, your development team, your testing team, your management, your client, and then you're asking. So everybody's very fancy with this AI stuff, right? Oh, one click, how people can let's develop this one. They are saying this is having a potential. Okay, you're just validating this idea. Now you're giving this to the software. Team is developing. People are using it. Okay, people are now taking a picture of the medical report and then getting the result, and then you're comparing this. Okay, this result, what we got, is very, very accurate to 99.9%. This result is not even accurate for 60% because the AI model needs to be trained more. So this idea will not work. This idea works. Take it for the development. In one day, you can able to decide which solution has a maximum potential and accuracy. Okay, maybe in the version 2 we can release this, so backend team can go and feed this AI model with a lot of data, or maybe to create more what you call information around it, and then to find the competitor study, and then you develop the project. That's it. This is how you quickly validate the idea using the paper mockup technique. Are you guys getting it? Did you guys got it clear? I don't think it is very difficult, but if you are not doing it, it becomes very, very difficult. The reason is many industries skip this. They don't want to do this. I don't know why. Okay, they think it's a time waste. They think you build the screen here. That's what design solution also, design task also they give you, right? The companies who is asking for the design task to show your only screens and solution, please don't go and attend these companies. These companies are completely time wasters. They're going to put you in a substandard role. If a company asks your design task in a way, why don't you show a paper mockup? Why don't you show the process? Why don't you show how you evolve the solution? That is the place ideally you wanted to go and work for. By seeing the design task itself, we can understand the quality of the company, what they are doing. It is your responsibility to choose it very carefully, or else you'll be unnecessarily pulled. Tomorrow you'll be just doing the same mistake inside your organization, and nobody will allow you to do the process or understand the idea behind it, and it will become a substandard product in the market and it will terribly fail. That is why validating the idea is very, very important before you go and test it out. Okay. So what I showed you in the last few minutes is actually called paper mockup. Okay. What I showed you in the last particular thing is called split A/B testing. You're having the same set of audience, same set of conditions. You're splitting the concept like A, you're splitting the concept like B, and then you're performing it in the market. 10 users, 10 users. Now you get the result. And then you know idea A is better. Let's go for idea A. B will keep it aside. This is called split A/B testing. Got it? So these are all the methods to do it. Industries follow their own standards, but you guys have to know the basics. And then you adopt to what your industry really follows, and automatically you will be getting clarity towards it. Okay? Like let's say, if I have to find out, like let's say for the paper prototyping, I gave you this. Examples, you can have something like a grocery app, flow tested with the paper screens and sticky notes. I mean, I've just given you an example of allergy management because Sharad team is doing that. But you guys can do with whatever solution you got. No problem. Wizard OZ testing. Simulate the backend functionality while testing the front end interface, right? You don't have to worry about HTML, CSS coding and everything. You just have to worry about building the solution and showcasing to your user. Your backend team does all these things, but you have to just show a solution which looks a little close. Jagdish, I want a little neater solution. This is looking very rough. Okay, get some validation from your concept or your team and develop it properly. Take a little more time and develop it. Maybe you can spend another 1 or 2 hours to create it in the softwares like Miro or Figma or anything. Take a printout. Okay, and then cut it and then use it properly and then test it out. But anyway, it's a paper mockup. You're just spending a little time to do it, little professionally. Okay. Okay. And after this, when you say example, Airbnb's early platform testing by manually coordinating bookings. Okay, this is one Wizard OZ testing you can call. Next is fake door testing. I have not used this, guys. I just took it from the online. So they're saying presenting a feature without building it to the gauged user interest. The name suggests that it could be some kind of a fake concept where it is not real, but people are going to use it and then get the validation. But in our industries, so far I have not used this. We use paper mockup a lot. We use split A/B testing a lot. We use this user story testing. These are like very, very common methods. Okay. We used to gauge the users with the fake users they're seeing. Okay. So the example is Dropbox MVP demo video gathered thousands of signups. See, Dropbox, before launching a product, what they do is they create a small video explaining the important features of this particular product. And then, even before the launch of this product, everybody's going to go and purchase that. Their sales skyrocket like anything. Their products get a very, very big highlight because of that one small demo video. That's why they call it as a fake door testing. But practically speaking, I don't know whether every industry is really using it. Okay, so please be aware. User story testing, very, very interesting, guys. Uber tested ride booking workflows by role playing, like a drivers and ride scenarios. This is very interesting. This is what majorly many design studios will do. Okay, including us. So what we'll do is we'll try to understand the situation. We'll try to do a scenario mapping. What does mean by scenario mapping? Like, let's say if you have multiple scenes in your project, in your solution, in your application or whatever, okay, you try to create that scene same like this in the paper, or you take a picture. Mostly our design studio, we will have a lot of this DSLR camera. We'll go and take pictures. We'll go and ask the user to hold the product in the hand or use the mobile or whatever, take pictures, put it. Okay, how will you use? While sleeping, you're using mobile. That's one scenario. Take a picture. While driving, people are using mobile. Take a picture. Okay, these are all scenarios. So what is your product going to be used? Where is your product going to be used in various scenarios? Based on that scenario, you write the problems, you write the solution, you validate the concept, and then you go and test it with your users. This is called story testing, user story testing, because you understand your user very deeply. You will be able to get it. Okay. Next is split A/B testing. I think I told you. So present two variations of an idea, analyze the performance, which works better. Okay. You need to have a very good data to test it out. So you should have a clear validation of why this concept is good, why this concept is not good. Okay, you need to have a metrics. You cannot impulsively say, hey, this is good, this is bad. Just because Ramraj did, I don't like it. Just because Akash did, I like it. This doesn't work. Split A/B testing comes with the proper metrics and data. I will tell you, this is what will happen in many studios. People will go with one favoritism with one people. No, that's not the way. Okay. So e-commerce sites tested with buttons, placements, and call to action. I think it's very, very common and prominent, guys. You don't have to worry much about it. Okay. So after you create this kind of a methods to do it, you can also validate it with other terminologies like lean startup. Have you read the book called Lean Startup, guys? I would highly recommend you to purchase in Amazon and read it. It's an excellent book. Okay. Build, measure, learn, loop. What these people do is, like, let's say it is by Eric. This guy has written this book, and three people have written this book. It's a very, very good book. Particularly when you started working in a design studio, please buy and read this. If you're looking for a job, you're doing your first project, don't confuse much. Just do your projects and complete it. Okay. Don't think much. You can just learn the basics and do it. If you're working in a design studio, these things will help you a lot. Okay, don't go and learn and waste your time. Okay, measure, test with the real users and gather the data. Learn, iterate based on the findings, build, create a low fidelity mockup and a minimum viable product, which is called MVP. See, the reason this book has been written is the meaning itself is lean startup. Being a startup, how do you work lean? How do you work with minimal resource? How do you create more ideas in a very short span of time, which is super usable, super functional, super cost effective, super technology friendly? I told you in the start of the session, right? So these people have really created this method. It's a very, very simple method. You can read that book. I actually left it in my other place. Just a second. I'll check whether I have it or not. No, I don't have it right now. You guys can get this. It's a very, very small book. In just 1 or 2 weeks, you can complete it. Okay. So what that particular method will tell you is you will have to iterate based on the feedback what you are having, give a lot of iterations, measure it, and then build a very, very low viable product. If this is not giving you the required data, build it one more time. If it's not giving you another data, iterate it one more time. Do the cycle again and again until you reach an optimal point. This is what this method is. Okay. You can validate this method. It's a wonderful method. You guys can take it. MVP. Yes, Sharath, correct. Because people don't like the costlier product at the start of the place, right? People would like to see the MVP, the minimum viable product. Okay. Think aloud testing. Like, let's say, what is this? User verbalize their thoughts during interaction. This is also one way to do it. Like, let's say when you go and ask your user, hey, how do you feel this particular solution is? He will talk about it. Note it down, take the example, and then improve the product. Documenting the frustration while navigating the app. He will tell like this, right? He will tell many things. Write it down. Okay. This is how you validate the idea, guys. You're not going to validate the idea just by looking at which is a beautiful, most visual screen. No. We are not people who are beautifying things. We are functional people. We take decision. We help people solve their problem. Aesthetics is a very small part of it. Okay. So don't ask me aesthetic is important, functional important. That debate is not the point here now. I'll teach you in the 95th day to 100th day. Okay. Ultimate skills I'm going to teach you with respect to aesthetics, Gestalt, law of psychology. We are going to learn this rasa theory. We are going to go very deep into harmony, rhythm. Aesthetic will come to it. That's a part of the whole equation. That is not the major equation. Okay. Being a designer, being a fresher, don't get allured with this aesthetics. Get into functionality, help people to solve the problem, validate your ideas first. Then you can build it in a more visually pleasing way. Okay. You need to first get this clarity, because even without aesthetic pleasure also, you can still create a product. But if the functionality itself is not met, people will not be able to use your product at all. There is no point in talking. So understand and prioritize accordingly. Okay. Fine. The next is Pug matrix. We saw it. I don't have to tell you. We saw very deeply in the last few days. Okay. Compare your multiple ideas based on the weighted criteria. Score it, measure it, analyze it, bring some graphs. Like let's say Hotjar. There is a tool called Hotjar. Bring the rating from Hotjar. There is a tool called Google Analytics. There is a tool called what you call. There is one more tool which we have seen last week. As what is that tool? Usability.com. These particular things are like, let's say it will give you a data, what your user is performing, what is doing, and then you measure and take a decision. Okay. And next is my favorite, Design Sprint. Go and read this book, guys. Even if you're a fresher, get this book. It's there in Amazon. Immediately order it, study it. Okay. Same like Design of Everyday Things. This book is also very, very important. Okay. It's a Google venture, actually, Sprint. So David Knapp, I guess, the author of that book. And many people have written that. It's not only one people. Like in 2 days, you can complete this book. If you sit just 2 days is enough. Okay. If you're a procrastinator, even if you take 2 years, you won't complete it. You will get the book, you will not read it. Okay. But if you're an action taker, it's just 2 days. You can complete this entire book. So what is this? Validate usability and feasibility in just 5 days. Their entire cycle is Monday to Friday, 5 days. How do you test an idea? 5 days. How do you validate an idea? 5 days. How do you validate a particular concept? 5 steps. So they have a very, very simple methodology. I mean, I can't possibly explain this very detailedly, but you can go and read it out. Okay. But this is the method to validate. First is understand, sketch, decide, prototype, test it. It's very simple, guys. It's not a very big complication. Okay. If you look at Design of Everyday Things, this book, Double Diamond Process, if you look at Lean Startup, if you look at Design Sprint, more or less, it's all same. It's not a very big, what you call, don't scratch your head. Oh, I need to learn this book. Then interview people who will ask me questions from here. What if I don't answer? Don't go into this dilemma. Okay. Just these are all methods. Even without this method, you can still design products. Don't think much. Okay. Just take it. If you guys are here, the good reason, I'm just giving you this thought process. Go and learn it on your own. Go and understand your users better. Sketch some ideas. Decide which is good. Rated average. Make a small paper mock-up prototype. Test it. Create the loop again. Do it. Document it in your case study. That's enough. Nobody can question you if you're having this clarity, because this is the process. Beyond this, there is nothing. There is a non-linear way of doing it. Like, let's say sometimes your user will not give the chance for the user to test the prototype at the real time. You'll say it's a confidential project. You can't show it to the user. That time you can't have prototype. You have to understand, sketch, decide, and you'll have to test it with some softwares. You understand, right? Prototyping is not possible. You have to test it with the software. Again, go and understand, yeah, there is a risk factor. Unless the product comes over, we never know what's going to happen, because it's a confidential project. The moment when I put it in the market, every competitor is going to copy that. Many industries will have different restrictions, guys. So understand your industry, what is the problem you guys wanted to solve, and then take the solution. Once you're understanding this method to validate, automatically you'll be able to create a wonderful solution, guys. Okay. You can take many examples. Like, let's say, how do I put it? Okay, fine. So like, let's say Spotify playlist feature, use the Wizard OZ testing to validate user preference or playlist creation. Okay, these industries have used this case study. You can just type out these keywords in the online, start reading about this case study. You will get some idea. Duolingo's interface, I already told you about Duolingo, how they created. A/B split testing, gamification elements to improve the engagement, because they wanted to test it. Which user performs better with this game concept? Can I create it this way, that way, which is simpler? Duolingo is a great way of learning, guys. You guys can install that app and try it out. Ideas, human-centric design for medical devices. Early prototyping test with nurses, refined usability for drug delivery system. In fact, we also designed a lot of drug delivery system in our company, okay? Few years back. And we designed something called this urine tester. We designed this dialysis machine tester, physical products as well as digital products, both together, okay? We all used this IDEO method. Very early stage, we tested out this prototype with the user, and then we got the feedback, and then I refined it. So any big design studios will properly implement this method to test it. All this consulting design studio, all this people who are like hurry burry, we want only screens, we only want screens, we only want solution. These people doesn't know the importance of it. Don't end up your career like there. If you're already working in some kind of a place like this, red alert, jump on, start finding new, again, don't quit your job and do it. Do a proper strategic job search process, go step by step, and then go for the next job properly, where all these things are taught in a strategic way and they're doing it in an environment. Because if your environment is doing all these things, automatically you will also do it. Okay, remember, my mentor always says, your environment is stronger than your willpower. You may be a super duper guy learning all this design concept and everything, but if your environment says, stop everything, just build the screen in Figma, go, do it, evening, send me. In 1 month, you will become a normal. You'll become like them. Okay. That's why our environment is very important in choosing the big opportunity. Fine. So these are like other methods. I don't know about this case studies, guys, but you can try it out. Zappos validation via this concierge MVP. Posted shoe pictures online, manually sourced, sorted them their orders. I think you can understand this case studies, right? But you can go and read it out detail because I don't have any idea about this, but I know about this one. I've read a lot of case studies and I've seen people. Okay. Particularly in the last 2-3 missions before, we saw an IDEO case study also in our program, very detailed. It's an excellent design studio, I would say, which follows the design process properly. Okay. Buffer MVP. Landing pages describes the concept, collecting email signatures to validate interest, right? Like, let's say people are coming to the landing page, buying the product. How do you validate them? How do you understand this is good or not? Have you seen in many landing pages, when you go, in first 5 seconds, if you're not taking any action, it will automatically ask you for the email and sign up and phone number. Because ultimately their objective is to correct your email ID, because they'll send you some kind of a offer, this promotional, all these things, right? So understand that. So they want to check how the users are really behaving. How can we collect this data from the landing page? So based on your business, you think about what is your solution and try to do it. Okay. I would love to give you a lot of real activities, guys. Each and every activity, if I spend 10 minutes, I will take 1 hour for you to do it. Are you guys ready to do it? Like this. Ready? No, I can't do it. I have others. We'll do it slowly, no problem. Okay. Just my thought process is to give you the skill and the idea. Okay. And I gave you one live activity, but it's your responsibility. You can try it out with your own project and do it. Nobody's stopping you. You can test all these 5 methods also, no problem. Okay. Read more. You have ChatGPT, read more about it. Each and every method and process has a different nuances. Test it out, try it out with your team, sit and brainstorm, and then use this Fugue matrix, and then you decide which concepts really look good. Okay. You can use this role playing also. It's an excellent way. If you're completely stuck, I'll also give you this method. Okay. One go, you'll be able to get solution, guys. I'm just pasting out in the chat box. Okay. Just use it. One go, you'll be able to get a lot of solutions with a super clarity. Okay. Oh, sorry, I sent to Akash. Okay. Yes, guys, used it out. Okay. I'm going to put it in your WhatsApp as well. Okay. Use this. Oh, guys, I'm extremely sorry. Kanda, you've shared the picture. Oh, Kanda, excellent here. Yeah, I'm extremely sorry. Why don't you chat in the chat box here, Jagdish? Excellent, Kanda. I saw just your solution. Okay, guys, fine. Let me quickly show his solution. Wait. Can you see this picture? This is what I'm asking for. If it is a watch interface, you have to cut like a watch. Guys, are you getting? Don't just get stuck with the screen, okay? Just think about how your product is going to be used in real time. Sometimes it may be a tangible input. Sometimes it may be a see. Some people have read this. Okay, fine. Chitra has submitted babysitter in the city. Okay, that's great. So understanding the idea, understanding the concept, use some colors, use some arrow marks, create a very, very small rough mock-up. Sharath. Okay, that's great. Super. Today feels like this. Allergic level. Oh, that's great. Interesting, Sharath. That's it. So use any interactive way, but make sure it is very creative. See, you can use a small method like let's say you can cut some small holes. You can put some button inside. You can create some colors. You can do some kind of a rope tied up, and you can create many, many creative ways, guys. It's totally up to you. But make sure this is communicated properly to your user and you're testing these ideas. Got it? Clear? Super, guys. Take it out. I think you guys got it. Why validation is critical? I'll tell you last quickly. It activates your reward system. Automatically, your user gets the thing. Okay? Because if you're not able to activate your user's reward system, product fails. With that, you're coming to the end of the session. Watch this video one more time and definitely you will get the clarity. Okay? I'm extremely sorry, Sarath. Attendance. Okay. Please go and mark your attendance, guys. Oh my God, the